Hey there, I'm so happy to be back after a little bit of sun and summer and a little bit of relaxation. I hope you had a wonderful chance to actually recharge and soak up on some sun, but now is the time to dive back into what we do best. Turn your business into a lead generating machine, and that's what we do today. We're going to be diving into what is one of the things that I feel that is most underrated when it comes to how we do our marketing and our messaging, and that is storytelling. Yep, we're talking about how to tell your brand story in a way that it not only, connects with your audience, but it also turns those connections into loyal clients. So if you've ever wondered how to use, the power of your narrative to win more clients, stick around because this episode is packed with practical tips and insights to help you just do that. Hey, I'm Veronica Polo, and with more than 15 years being a marketing strategist, are you ready for actionable bite-sized episodes about business advice on marketing, branding, and messaging to take your business to the next level? If you're a service business owner, we'll show you how to attract qualified leads on social media and beyond. We'll reveal the art of showcasing your brand effectively, and will uncover the best strategies to hook your audience so they keep coming for more. Say goodbye to outdated marketing strategies and embrace the power of change. Welcome to the Branding Momentum Podcast. Now let's start with the basics. Why is storytelling such a big deal in marketing? Well, here's the thing. People don't just buy, products or services. They actually buy stories. And they also buy stories that connects them, right? You buy into the journey, the values, the mission, and behind what is all about the selling. Your story is what makes your brand unique. That's what actually differentiates you from anybody else. And your story is the heart and soul of your business. And when you actually do tell it right, it creates a deep emotional connection with your potential ideal clients or your audience. So I want you to think about it. When was the last time you made a purchase because you felt a connection with a brand story? Maybe you buy certain things because you're already used to them and you like the brand. But what made that initial feeling make you be loyal to that brand? Whether it was, that humbling beginnings, or their commitment to sustainability, or their mission to make the world a better place. That story actually, what it does is that it resonates with you on a personal level. And that's exactly what we need to do with your business. So you might be thinking, V, I get it. Storytelling is important, but how do I even begin to tell my brand story? And don't worry, I got you covered. First thing, we need to first identify what that story is. And I want you to start asking yourself these sort of questions. Why did you start your business? And let me cut you here. These are questions that you will answer to yourself. We're not going to be using all of them as we're going to put them out, but you'll know what I mean. So keep listening to me. So what made you actually start in your business? What challenges did you overcome to get where you are today? What values drive your business? How does your product or service make a difference in your clients' lives? Now, your story doesn't have to be riches and tales, and no, but it should be authentic. It should reflect your journey, your struggles, your victories, and most importantly, it should reflect your purpose. What is the transformation also as well? This is what makes that story so relatable and so trustworthy. Now, the third thing that we need to actually understand is that what are the key elements that we should identify in that story? And it's time to craft it in a way that actually resonates with your audience or your potential clients. So let me break it down to you. So first, we need to start from the beginning. It's like, what's the why? What's the why? Why did you start your business? Like, what problems were you trying to solve? Because everything that sets the stage for your potential clients and your audience, it gives them a reason to care. Now, the second thing could be the struggle. Every good story has a challenge or an obstacle. You started a business because you wanted to solve a problem, right? So share the hurdles you face along the way. This, what it actually does is going to humanize your brand and show that you are not just another faceless company. You are real people with real struggles, with real problems. Now, the third thing could be the breakthrough. This is where you're going to share your aha moments. You know, that sort of thing that everybody says, I knew in that moment that this company was the one. That exactly it. The solution you discovered or the turning point that led to your success. This part of the story, should be a highlight on how your products and services solves a problem for your clients, but not only your clients. Think about your ideal potential clients that still don't know who you are. Now, number 4 could be the mission. And with your ongoing mission, what are you working towards? Like, what is happening at the end of the rainbow? How are you continuing to make a difference? And what it does is that this is going to leave your audience with a sense of purpose and gives them a reason to actually stick around and continue to listen to what you're saying. Now, number 4 is going to be using that story across different platforms. So let's say that you already have that story, right? You already know where you want to go. You know what's your north. And how are we going to use this story and how are we going to tell it? Well, first, obviously, your website, your about page, but also your homepage. And this is something that I've said before and people don't tend to understand what I mean. And I'm going to tell it to you very slowly. Your about page is the perfect place to tell the story in full. And when I mean the story in full, I need you to actually put yourself in the shoes of the reader. What do you want to be reading about your story? Because you don't want to be bragging in your story. You don't want to be bragging about your years of experience or where you studied and this and that. No. You want that person that when they go to your about page, you speak to them. All that copy needs to be for them. It's not about you. It is about them. And your story should be flipped and converted to convert, meaning for your audience and your ideal potential clients. Now, on social media, you actually need to do the same thing. And I know this is a different kind of a storytelling twist, but I've been saying this and I'm just simply laying it out as it is. On your social media posts, you need to hook that audience with your story. You need to engage with them. And consistency is actually going to be key in how you turn that story into getting people into your direct messages, or for people to actually comment on what you're putting out, right? Your emails also need to be as juicy as you can make them, because storytelling, when you tell a story from the point of view of the reader, But incorporating who you are as a brand, it makes a wonderful synergy. You are getting them into your world. So email campaigns, welcome new subscribers, new product launches, everything has to come from the perspective of the people that you want to work with. And you tell the story of what the story they want to listen from you, not what you want to tell them. And it's the same thing as well with content marketing. Anything that you say and write about blog posts, podcasts, videos, these platforms, actually what they will do is to go deeper into your story. There's so many things that you can actually share. And many people get confused and stuck when you know that I hate that word. They get confused and stuck with writing about brand story because you're not turning the story to the reader. You're turning the story to you. And that won't convert, unfortunately. So now let's look at some real story action examples. We all know about Nike and Patagonia, and these are like the basic examples, but take any brand that you see out there. Sometimes they don't even have to do much because they've already touched that emotional point that people want to feel when they see a brand. You need to be different. So Nike and Patagonia are all about adventure and perseverance and pushing the limits. So they create stories that give you that sensation that you can do anything. That yes, you can do it. Why? Because they're empowering their potential clients. And you know that if you wear a Nike, then you know that you can do it. That is exactly what we're talking about here. It's about the consumer. It's not about the business. Now, how do you actually turn your story into clients? How do you go from telling your story to actually winning more clients? Well, here's the secret. It's all about making your audience the hero of the story. They are the hero. Yes, you heard me right. They are the hero. While your story is about your journey, it's ultimately about how you can actually help that client, that person that is saying, I need help. So you gotta be able to position your product or your service as the solution that actually helps them from overcoming those challenges, for overcoming their struggles, for having horrible dreams, the nightmare. Make them feel that they're part of your mission. And by choosing your brand, they're going to choose to be part of something more meaningful. So let's wrap it up here because I don't want to get you all into this. But these are very important tools that you can actually use when you are doing your branding. So first, you need to understand why storytelling matters. 2, you need to identify and craft your unique brand story. 3, you have to use your story consistently across all your platforms and make your audience the hero of the story. So take the time this week and think about your brand story, how you can use it to connect with your story on a deeper level. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review and share this episode with a fellow business owner that you think might actually benefit from, giving some magic to their story branding. Okay? Well, I hope to see you next week. Same time, same place. Bye-bye.